See how he's been quiet? It's because he's trying to make his way up and see just what's going on. So now we make the female call again. And a real elk could go, well, wait a minute. Did that male leave? Now he'll want to come in and make sure that he doesn't lose his opportunity. Of course, a computer AI, I doubt that any of that is going on. But in a real elk hunt, that's the message we'd be communicating. There he is. Oh, Lord God in heaven. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm awful torn right now whether I should be taking him with the bow or the gun. Because he is just... Look at him. I don't even care if he walks away, guys. Look, yep, there he goes. That, right there, my friends, is an elk worth shooting. And I guarantee you I know what happened. Guarantee you I know what happened. My scent wore off. Nope, it's still there. We're going to reinforce it. And we're going to sit right here. Stop right here. Straightforward, predictable behavior. White-tailed deer will move as fast as possible to get a hill between you and them. Then as they run, by preference, they'll stick to the low areas. If they don't have low areas, if they've got to work in the open, they'll move from copse to treated copse of trees. And they will change direction suddenly when they enter a copse of trees so that they enter the trees from one direction but exit from a totally different. There we go. This way just a tiny bit. I know why I'm not seeing things. He's right up over there. But so when he showed up, and I said, you know, I'm having a tough time deciding whether to take him with the bow or with the rifle. It's because I knew he'd probably turn and run rather than walking right up on top of us because of the wind direction. Even though we're covering our smell with something to dampen the smell, we still, it's simple. If the wind is blowing towards the animal will detect you eventually when it gets to a certain close. It's just whether the animal is more curious than the animal is afraid. Like does that'll practically walk right on top of you. Normally I don't deviate from my route, but he was a big one, and I want to get up here just a little bit farther. I am out of whitetail spray, and I'm about 2/3 of the way through my long day hunt. I do one of these now and again and invite somebody along, and I just, you know, that's what I was going to say is I hope to heck that we get some elk action here, because with the whitetail spray gun, that's that same elk. Oh, it's that big boy we saw last time around. Those of you who joined me last time will know that we got up close and personal with a big old pretty boy. There he is right there. Let me reintroduce our guest of honor. That's right. 76 yards. Tell you what, guys, we're going to open today with a shot. I was going to take him with the bow, but I'd just rather not have him wander off. Right in front of his front leg until he broadsides, then right behind his front leg. There goes the rain stopping. We're going to get a pretty shot now. In fact, with the rain stopping, we could call him close for the bow. Tell you what, guys, I am going to risk losing this shot to see if we can call him in for the bow. Let me check whether or not I stink. Nope, I'm all good. I'm going to give him a little hoot. And I'm going to get prone and work my way a little closer to where he's going to be, because I dropped that scent back a little bit. So because I'd like to be able to take him with the bow. Come on over here and see me, pal. See, the reason I'm calling him in for the close shots is because I don't want you guys to watch 20 minutes of me tracking a hit animal. I want us to get to multiple animals over the course of this and make it good, you know? So, all right, we give him one fresh spritz, one hoot for Lunt for good luck. One way or another, here we go. Now I'm just going to hold still just in case there's anything close that we spooked. Now I'm going to tell you something, and this is not any kind of bragging. This is not any kind of blowing my horn. This is to help people who may be new to this series understand. This is not like some game. I hate to say that because this is a game, but this isn't like a game where if you shoot your enemy, he drops dead because you shot him. In this game, these virtual creatures have virtual organs and systems, and to drop that elk on the spot like that, I had to put that arrow very precisely in the right place, or he'd have turned around, he'd have run, and you guys have been watching 20 minutes of video of me tracking an elk. And so that's not bragging, that's going, this is really realistic. And so when I make these shots and I drop these guys like this, you go back, you watch my previous video, and you see how many of the creatures that I shoot drop right where I hit them. There you go, you see that? Right there, my friends. That foamy pink means I hit his heart and lungs. That's where you got to hit him. If that was dark red, it would mean I hit him in the body. If it was dark red and foamy like that, or had, in the real world, kind of black or iridescent swirls through it, it meant we hit him in the belly, through the intestines. But instead, we put it right where it went, right where it was supposed to went. See that? Just inside that front shoulder so that it would pass through his left lung. I think we went just above his heart and right through his other lung, but cut the longest path through both his lungs as humanly possible to do the maximum damage and put him down. Oh, you sure are a pretty fella, and I'm sorry to have, even though you don't even exist, and this is just a game, sorry to have brought your days to a close. You must have really impressed a lot of girls in your time. I can't say it's that I have that same distinction, but let's go on and get our trophy shot, because Lord knows I will get beat with a stick if I do not take a picture. You guys who have just joined my series here, my first, I'm not in the habit of taking pictures of my kills unless, you know, they're trophy animals. And boy, this guy, he's just so pretty. Try to see if we can get his snout out of the grass there so we can see those big old horns. Look at that. If we can get the horns resting on the ground correctly. There we go. See, now when I swing the camera around, that's what I was hoping for. Oh, just like back in the day. See, he'll rest on those horns like that. And what I can do now is I can bring up my bow so that we can see that this was a bow hunting expedition. And there we go. Nice picture. Alrighty. Now, so anyway, I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you come hunting with me, you can see by the way we drop these animals and by the number of animals we've taken. Once again, let's look at our situation here. Over the course of this hunt, we've now taken 3 Roosevelt elk, and we have taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whitetail. Every animal we have taken except for 2 we have taken with the bow. The other 2, 2 of them we took with the 30-06. But Kache's bow plus. Oh, he was a pretty one. I'm so glad you guys were able to share that experience with me. You know, my pa, he passed away a number of years ago, and I just absolutely miss his hunting stories and going out and doing these things with him. And he's the one who taught me to hunt with common sense like this. And I kind of feel like maybe his spirit makes his spirit happy to know that the way things are nowadays, I don't necessarily get out there as much as I wish I could, but I carry on the spirit. And this series, these videos I'm doing is to help, demonstrate the good old-fashioned, hunting techniques that my forebears taught me, and that we're trying to pass along to a new set of generations here. Not only that, but it's fun as heck, and I'm sure glad to see that more of you guys have been joining me all the time for these hunting sessions, on YouTube. And did my first ones on my original channel, Squatchcraft, because I play a little bit of Minecraft and that kind of stuff. I'm a little bit of a Dungeons and Dragons nerd from back in the day. You would never know what to look at me. Think I was in a motorcycle gang or something. But on that, I put up some footage of some of my hunts, and I'm pleased to say people have watched it, and that tickles me. That's why I decided to make this channel and see what I could do to help support the community, not only by being a paying member, but likewise by seeing what I can do about helping some of the people that are new go out and do some hunting, get their animals, get that bug. Because it sure is a lot of fun. And while the free-to-play is limited, don't let anybody fool you. Nobody's saying you're just going to, for free, go out and just be able to do all kinds of crazy stuff. Now, you're going to have to know what you're doing to hunt these animals for free, number one, because you're not going to have anything to cover up your scent or really help you hide. And number two, these people who make this game, they got to make a living too. I have a paid membership because I understand somebody somewhere put an awful lot of time and love into this piece of software. And whoever that person is, I want to demonstrate my full appreciation of that fact by seeing to it that, they got food on their table too. So I sure do appreciate when you guys watch these videos and support me, because when you're supporting me, you're supporting them. Because I can't believe any of you watching these and seeing how much fun it is to go on out and stalk these amazing animals, these amazing virtual animals in this amazing natural environment, and how much fun it is, and not want to play this game. Oh my gosh, are you out of your mind? How could you not? I mean, yeah, okay, if you got the attention span of a weasel, and all you can do is, carry on about 360 no scopes and stuff, well, then I suppose maybe this ain't for you. But me, I can tell you that nothing better in the world. Alrighty, guys, you hear that music? When you hear that music, it means we are officially in camp. We are officially in camp. I'm going to renew my supplies, make sure I got everything I need. If I'm short on supplies, I can Alt-Tab out of the game, go to the store in the launcher, buy what I need, and then when I Alt-Tab back into the game, it'll make those things available to me. So once again, thank you for joining me, Kache, with Kache Camp. In this case, this series is for the Bow Plus, which is where generally I'll take a single individual or two individuals out with me with the bow to work on hunting skills. And like I say, I wanted to do this series to show you the type of route I take, how I handle myself hunting, what we do, so that you guys can know for yourselves whether or not you got an interest in going hunting with me, and whether I know what I'm talking about or not. But let's see whether or not I know what I'm talking about. Oh, what's that? Would that happen to be a bunch of dead critters killed with a compound bow? By golly, it might be. I'm looking just because I can't forget. I cannot forget. This has been a very nice trip. So many more whitetail than we usually do. Usually you got the same kind of numbers here, except they're flip-flopped for the whitetails and the elk. But looking good, my friends. So alrighty, I hope you will join me for the final hunt. It may not be the final video, but the final hunt in this hunting section that we are doing here with the Bows Plus, Kache's Bows Plus. Remember, if you go to the multiplayer server, you may see my name appear in 3 places. You may see Kache's Camp, which is for people hunting with 243 for mule deer. In other words, non-members that can only hunt mule deer and cottontail rabbits. Give them a chance to get a shot at some deer. You may also see me with Kache Bow Plus. Kache's Bow Plus is what I'm doing here, where I'm hunting primarily archery, and I bring somebody else who's got a bow and who is a paying member with me to stock hunt, my favorite path here. And you can see we get a lot of animals, and that's a lot of fun. And then also Kache's Beard, which is just when I like to hang out with some of these fellows who put a lot of time in and really know what they're doing, both in the real world and in this game, because I get to learn stuff too. And that's always great. I mean, there are many, many great people to meet in this game, y'all. So, alrighty. With the rain coming in, I'm going to head on out, and we will be back for one more, possibly two more episodes of this series for the final part of this hunt. A lovely afternoon hunt where we hopefully will take a moose. So, I'm out of here, but you know what we say, if you're gonna be a bar, be a grizzly. I'll see you soon. I'm out.